Okay, this is my tank that has the two angelfish in it, and they just recently had babies, little angelfish fry, and the first time they died, and when I just left them in there growing on these plants, so this time I got this little breeder net house, and I just pulled the plant up and everything, just kind of scooped it into the corner, and right after they hatched, probably just a few days after they hatched. So here they seem to be doing well. I'll give you a view from the top. You can see them swimming around here. There's probably 100 of them in there, and so far so good. They seem to be healthy, and I've seen some videos about people having trouble feeding them or transferring them into different tanks, and saying feeding them shrimp brine and things like that, and they need to have food that moves around, it's kind of wiggly. So what I did was I just had flakes, and I couldn't find any of the baby brine shrimp, so I just crushed up the fish flakes real small, kind of into a powder, and put it in there, plus a couple little floaters. You can see that. But then I have this real powerful filter that kind of stirs up the water, so it makes everything move around quite a bit. So I'm hoping that can simulate some live bait, so hopefully they'll go after it and it'll be small enough for them to eat. The mom fish and the dad, as it were, or the male and the female, as you can imagine, they're pretty upset about it. It seems like that the male, I believe, is the bigger fish here on the right, and he's being real protective, and he's keeps snipping at the mother fish every time she tries to take a look at them, get a little bit closer. I'm thinking before, one of them probably ate their own hatchlings there. Right after they begin to swim, they just disappeared the first time. So I'm going to try this, because I know sometimes transferring fish into different water, it can shock them and kill them. So I just decided to just I just stuck my arm down in there and scooped up the plant with the fish and all when they were newly hatched, whenever they were still kind of hanging on together in a clump, feeding on the embryo, or the what's it called? I don't even know, the sac or whatever it is whenever they're born, the yolk from the eggs, or placenta, or I don't know what it is with fish. But anyway, you can see that's where I'm at right now, and it's probably been about a week in total since they've hatched. Right now they seem pretty happy, so I'm just going to leave them in there, and I'll keep observing them every day. I'm not going to put any more food in there. I'll probably just leave it like that for maybe a couple of days. I don't know. I don't want it to get too dirty in there. It looks like I put too much, but so far so good. They're thriving. My filter, I just cleaned it and put it back in there. And yeah, that's it. I think getting the water to move is going to help stimulate their hunger, as it were, because I guess they're just going on natural instinct now when they're young, and they need something moving until they get older, and then they can just feed on regular flakes at normal size. Anyway, if you have any questions or comments, feel free. I'm an amateur at this. This is a 30-gallon tank. And there's the two fish that I have. And these are live plants, some natural rock that I have on the bottom. The water that I use is always just filtered water out of the refrigerator. The faucet that comes out of the refrigerator, I don't use any chemicals. The pH levels seem to be okay, just straight out of our tap water. So I'm fortunate with that. But anyway, if you have any suggestions, or if you've tried this before and it didn't work, let me know, so maybe I can do something before I kill them. But so far so good. Everything seems to be working out. Here's one more shot in case you're interested. And these are live plants. Okay.